Withers founded Operation Safety Net in 1992, dedicated to providing the homeless with critical medical services, and has provided care to over 10,000 people. He also established the International Street Medicine Institute, a global movement of direct access to medical care for the homeless. Mayor Peduto proclaimed that day to be Dr. Jim Withers Day. Doc Emmerich came to campus last week in a speaking event for the Center for Sports Media and Marketing. I got a chance to speak with him after this.
Go to our new website, uview.pointpark.edu.
Go, 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 go!
Join UView and find your herd!
Join EOP. And 3, 2, join EOP.
I was just saying, grab them now, or else I will snap them.
Yeah.
Join on point with politics. 3, 2, 1.
Join Pioneer Sideline.
Loneliest number that you'll ever do.
The men's Point Park soccer team broke a school record this past week with their 13th consecutive win this season. The previous record for wins in a season was 12, but the non-conference win against Washington and Jefferson College last weekend in double overtime set the men up for a record of their own. Senior Wessel Reifeld and junior Hert Bale scored in regulation to set up the Pioneers for overtime. Sophomore Daisinga Emmanuel scored the game winner with 5 minutes left in overtime to give the Pioneers their 13th win and ultimately set the record. The Steelers found themselves back in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons again this week. When back up outside, linebacker Anthony Chiquillo was arrested on assault charges against his girlfriend on Saturday night. Steelers general manager Kevin Colbert released a statement Tuesday morning, stating that Steelers will, quote, fully cooperate with the NFL's investigation. Colbert said that no further discipline would ensue until they gathered more information regarding the incident from both law enforcement and the league.
The legendary NHL on NBC broadcaster Doc Emmerich came to Point Park last week to talk to students in the JVH auditorium. I got the chance to sit down with him in Point Park's Center for Media Innovation. The Pittsburgh Center for Sports Media Marketing held an event last week that brought back 6-time Emmy Award-winning broadcaster Mike Doc Emmerich to campus for the 3rd time. The legendary Emmerich came to the JVH auditorium on October 15th for a chance to talk to students about career and life advice.
I guess I always wanted to be perfect at what I did, but it's not realistic. And so that would be what I would probably kick myself in the backside about, even as a teenager, because I felt like if I worked hard enough, I could just be perfect at this, but it's not possible.
Emmerich said that the one piece of advice he would give students entering the workforce is to never quit, no matter what.
The main advice I would give is don't quit. If this is what you really want to do, keep going after it, because it's worth it.
Emmerich said that he hopes to join us back at the corner of Real and World again in the next few years. Reporting inside the JVH auditorium, I'm Allison Schubert for Point News.
Up next, what the Pittsburgh Police Department are doing to promote transparency with community members.
And honoring fallen officer Calvin Hall, how his legacy is being kept alive.
What's one word to describe CAB?
Welcoming.
Community.
Creative.
Experiences.
Family. Openness.
Pineapple.
The Campus Activities Board is a student-run organization that consists of 7 different committees. Each focuses on event planning, marketing, and administrative activities. Join us in organizing the juiciest events on campus, from late-night bingo to festive dances to our team bonding meetings. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Point Park Cap, or like us on Facebook at Campus Activities Board at Point Park University.
Good evening and welcome to Newsnight. I'm Josh Troop alongside Jess Paterchak.
Defending his decision to kick out 15 Cuban diplomats from the United States.
Thanks, Allison. Fitness on Demand has returned to Point Park.
Residents fear that Mount Agung will have a repeat of 1963's eruption.
2-star NFL quarterbacks made the headlines this week after wrapping up.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening. That's your news tonight. For Nick Tomarello, I'm Alex Grubbs. Have a great night.
Welcome back. Remembering a Pittsburgh police officer who was shot and killed while off duty. The Point Park Police Department has renamed its training center in honor of Officer Calvin Hall. Officer Hall worked at Point Park for 2 years before joining the Pittsburgh Bureau of Police. Officer Hall's family was there for a private ceremony in which the training center was renamed as the Calvin M. Hall Point Park Police Training Center. Hall was also a student at the university. At the time of his death, he was working on earning a bachelor's degree in criminal justice.
Coffee with a Cop, a first-of-its-kind event happening Tuesday in Market Square. The community is invited to come out to the Starbucks to get to know local police officers, learn information, and even get some giveaways. The event will run from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Point Park University's Cinema Arts Department is now amongst one of the only 4 institutions in the United States to be certified for the Sarah Jones Film Student Safety Program, also called Safety for Sarah. The program grants $2,500 to student filmmakers, which advocates for safe conditions on film sets. The supply funds are for proper permits, off-duty police to direct traffic, and safety personnel.
The absentee ballot deadline for Allegheny County is October 29th at 5 p.m. Absentee ballots are available for voters who will be absent from their municipality on November 5th, who cannot reach the polling place due to a physical disability or illness. Voters have the option to apply online on the state's website, votepa.com, or send your application in the mail. 27 polling place locations have changed since the May primary. You can view a complete list of those on the city's website. If your polling location has changed, you will be notified by letter.
The city of Pittsburgh has made large strides in their holiday preparations.
Halloween is supposed to be scary, but university officials are concerned the scariness will get too real, with crime rates going up on Halloween. That and more next.
The United Student Government at Point Park University, working since the 1970s to solve the issues that matter to you. What concerns do you have about the university? Student life, safety, food service? Send us an email to studentconcerns@pointpark.edu or stop by our office on the 7th floor of the Student Center. You can also attend our weekly open meetings on Mondays at 3:15. Follow us on social media at USG_PPU for more. The United Student Government, by the students, for the students.
The Point Park Sports Network, bringing you live coverage of Pioneer Athletics on Stretch Internet, the home of the River States Conference and the NAIA. Subscribe today for complete access to the Point Park volleyball, baseball, basketball, and soccer teams. Watch live and on-demand broadcasts, and don't miss a minute of Point Park Athletics. Head to pointparksports.com/live for broadcast listings. The Point Park Sports Network, your streaming home for Point Park Athletics.
3, 2, 1.
Please visit our website. Please, it's a nice website. Please visit our website. Please.
If you have ever watched television, whether accidentally or on purpose, YouView is for you.
While it may not seem close, Christmas will soon be here and preparations for the holiday are underway. Officials with the Pittsburgh Forestry Division unveiled the 2019 Christmas tree. The spruce was donated from the Malowinski family from Springdale. It will be the county's 103rd Christmas tree.
There will be one less place to get a good scare this Halloween. On Monday, it was officially announced that the Scarehounds Scream district will not be operating this Halloween season. That after several delays in the opening, the attraction, Facebook post, organizers said that despite the rapid response of city officials, contractors, and other additional issues were discovered that prevented the Scream district from opening on time. The organizers say they are contacting anyone who bought tickets in advance so they can get a refund.
Halloween is all about the tricks and treats, but it could also be a time of crime. Sarah Gibson has the story.
For university students, Halloween can present the chance for some much-needed R&R. And while the holiday brings lots of opportunities for friendly scares, the holiday's crime rate is a real concern for university students and staff.
With more people out, there's that awareness factor that something could take place. If people's out enjoying their night, whether it's they're out drinking at a party and they're on their way back, and they might come across something or an incident.
Robberies and assaults actually decrease on most holidays, but they increase significantly on Halloween, according to a study on crime in American cities from the Victoria University of Wellington. For university students, alcohol also brings significant risk. Alcohol is involved in 50% of college sexual assaults, according to the American Addiction Center.
Here at Point Park University, the Campus Activities Board hosts several different Halloween-themed events like this Human vs. Zombies Nerf Gun War for students who might not want to leave campus to celebrate Halloween.
We try to find what can we give you that's safe, that's convenient, that's here, that you want, while not taking away from what the city itself has to offer.
The university also provides services for students who are still planning to celebrate off campus, such as extended shuttle times. Deputy Chief Black added that there are other precautions that can be taken so students can celebrate a safer Halloween.
Always try to remain in a comfortable situation or environment. If something that you see or come across that seems like it's just uneasy, doesn't seem right, remove yourself from that situation. If you're out at any party or a gathering, don't take any drink from somebody unless you've seen that drink being poured.
Above all, Deputy Chief Black warned students to stay alert and be aware of their surroundings. He also mentioned that there would be a higher presence of Point Park police officers on Halloween for safety purposes. From the Student Center at Point Park University, I'm Sarah Gibson with Point News.
And that's all for this week. Thank you for watching.
Point News will be back next Thursday at 2 p.m. What are your plans for Halloween, Monet?
I will probably be dressing up as Catwoman. What about you?
Catwoman, that's a good one. I actually am going to be an alien because I have a sparkly gold skirt.
Oh my god, I want to see that. That sounds so
Do some
pretty.
fun makeup.
Yes.
Oh yeah, space buns, we're doing it all. All right, Point News will be back next week at Thursday at 2 p.m. Have a great week, Pioneers.